My name is Kayla Wise. I've been in the breed for about 15 years and I'm a breeder and I love this breed. The first thing that you should look for is a reputable breeder, and I know they're really hard to find and we don't make it much easier because we don't breed all the time, and when you message us we may not have puppies and we get messages all the time, and it's hard to stay on top of all the puppy applications we get and all these people that contact us and who is serious about it and who's not serious about it. I know a lot of people say like the main things is health testing and then titling and all that, and you can find a breeder that does health testing and titling that it isn't what I would consider reputable, and not necessarily what I wouldn't consider reputable, but you can do better than that. I would say find a breeder who you can build a relationship with. And a lot of the breeders here are those kind of breeders. A lot of the breeders who are traveling to the National Specialty every year, who are presenting dogs, who are putting the work and the money in, because trust me, this is not cheap. Putting the work and the money in to better this breed and bring it to the fancy. Those breeders are the breeders you should be looking for, and they're few and far between, and it sucks. And you can find breeders all day that do their health testing and that title their dogs, but it's not to the level that the breeders here are doing it. And that's not to take a shot at people who can't make it to the national. That's to say that the people who never come to a national specialty, the people who never compete against other people's dogs, they build their own majors and they compete against their own dogs and they finish their own championships and they breed on those championships. And I'm a firm believer that a championship doesn't make a dog worth breeding. I've finished dogs that will never be bred and should never be bred, and I've been unable to finish dogs that should be bred, that will be bred. And so when I say titled, like, it's not necessarily like when you go to a breeder and they say, oh, like the dam isn't a championship. You got to dig deeper than the dam isn't a champion. Did the dam show, and why isn't she a champion? And it can be for things like an injury. It can be for things like she didn't quite like the show ring or something like that. But you unfortunately have to do a lot more research than just Googling Xolo puppies available and picking the first puppy that comes up. You really have to talk to a lot of people and figure out how dedicated they are to the breed. As far as what I look for in a puppy owner, I look for I call them my annoying puppy owners because they're constantly sending me texts and pictures and constantly contacting me, and I love it. But it's I have a lot of puppy owners, and so it gets like overwhelming. And I'm not saying not to do it. For anyone that sees this, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I like people that keep me updated. These are my babies. I love them, and I probably love them more than you do. And unfortunately, I can't keep them all. So it's nice to get an update every now and then.